So your paycheck went up, and you still feel broke. That's not you being bad at budgeting. That's the invisible ceiling. We're in this weird moment where wages can be rising on paper. Like Canada just saw average hourly wages up 3.4% year over year to $36.14, while hiring cools and the fight to get back in gets nastier. Unemployment's up to 7.0% and job finding is getting harder. Now zoom out globally and it gets darker. There are places that look rich, but the leftover money after vampire costs is basically zero. And yeah, we're naming 10 of them. Number 1, Midwest United States. So yeah, the Midwest is the good deal everyone brags about, until you check what your raise buys after rent, gas, and the stuff you can't skip. On paper, it's perfect. Homes look cheaper, jobs feel steady, schools look fine, and you can snag a whole 3-bed without selling a kidney. You start thinking, okay, I cracked the code, but here's what nobody tells you. The ceiling shows up as slow pay bumps plus sneaky cost creep. Car insurance, heat, electric, and constant driving because there's no walkable option. It's a car life subscription. And with fewer employers, hopping for more pay is harder, so your leverage stays tiny while your bills keep getting ideas. Number 2, Rust Belt. The Rust Belt sells you nostalgia and cheap brick houses, and then hands you a career that tops out fast. It's the post-factory hangover. These towns were built around one giant plant, and now the big promise is healthcare, warehouses, and advanced manufacturing that's basically forklifts and a safety vest in 4K. But here's what nobody tells you. The wage ladder got sawed off. Less union punch, fewer solid mid-skill jobs, and tons of roles that cap out right when life gets expensive. So you look rich on paper because the house was cheap. Let that sink in. You stay employed, but hopping for a raise barely exists. It's a 1998 Honda towing a boat. Number 3, Chicago. Chicago is the one city that can make a 6-figure salary feel like you're renting your own life back from the government. The pitch is real. Big city jobs, deep talent, and legit pay in finance, tech, and healthcare. And some spots still look like a deal if you've been jump scared by NYC or SF prices. But here's the catch. The vampire costs walk in wearing a blazer. Property taxes, fees, parking, tolls, and that everything costs $9 now vibe. Your rent follows the hot blocks. And if you move out, commuting starts billing you daily. You're not ready for what's next. You become an escrow line item detective. Number 4, Cleveland. Cleveland looks cheap until winter shows up and your furnace starts eating your paycheck like it's on a bulk deal. The sales pitch is clean. Super low home prices, lake views, sports, and that, wait, why is this so affordable, Boris feeling when you tour a house that would cost triple somewhere else. But here's the catch. The sticker price is the easy part. A lot of places are old, creaky, and constant fix, and the job market can feel small and old school. So pay jumps are rare. You save on rent, then pay it back in pothole suspensions, heat, and surprise basement pools. Raises feel like tips. Number 5, Tampa. Tampa is where people move for sun and no state income tax, and then get ambushed by insurance math. You land and it's all cranes and shiny boxes in the sky, remote workers everywhere, brunch lines at 11, and service jobs on every corner. Everybody says it's booming, right? But wages don't boom like housing. Rent and home prices sprint, and your pay jogs behind in flip-flops. Then the vampire costs show up. Homeowners insurance, flood risk, HOA fees, and property taxes creeping up as values climb. Even if you rent, your landlord bakes it in. And the labor market? Tons of hospitality, retail, health support. Pay bans stick. Competition's packed because everyone had the same idea. Number 6, United Kingdom. The UK is basically 3 trench coats pretending to be an economy. London, a few hotspots, and then everybody else doing financial parkour. The promise sounds elite. Global brands, solid CV flex, and that free healthcare vibe where you think, okay, at least I'm not one bad cough away from bankruptcy. You picture pubs, trains, and a tidy little life. But here's the catch. Outside the top bubble, pay doesn't keep up with rent, power bills, and getting anywhere. London-priced everything leaks out, but the wages don't follow. You're not ready for what's next. Tiny flats, long commutes, and raises that show up as a polite email. Number 7, Eurozone. The Eurozone has nice sidewalks and good bread. And then you realize your wage growth is stuck in a group chat with 19 countries arguing. The vibe is strong. Trains that show up, rules that protect workers, cities that feel clean and put together. You think, okay, I can breathe here. But here's the catch. Pay can move slow, and costs don't. In the popular cities, housing climbs like it's training for a marathon. Here's the thing. One shared currency, very mixed output, and lots of rules means wages don't just jump without someone freaking out about jobs or budgets. You're not ready for what's next. Temp contracts, heavy payroll taxes, and you'll be fine, not paying rent. Number 8, China. China is the first place where you can feel the invisible ceiling before you even get your first real job, because youth unemployment is the mood. The old story was simple: build, build, build. Big cities, endless towers, and families betting everything on school like it's a guaranteed upgrade. But here's the catch: the math changed. Entry jobs got tighter, office roles feel rationed, and city costs still climb like nothing happened. Picture this: you graduate, send 100 apps, and the stable jobs are a tiny pool with 10,000 swimmers. And you're also expected to help your parents, not just yourself. And property? That was the wealth ladder. When that ladder wobbles, wages have to carry the dream, and they're not. Number 9, Russia. Russia is where your salary can go up and your life can still get smaller, because the real tax is uncertainty. On the surface, some jobs pay decent, especially if you're tied to commodities or state-linked work. And depending on the city, day-to-day costs can look weirdly manageable, like, wait, this is fine. But here's what nobody tells you. Inflation jolts, currency swings, and sanction-style shortages can eat your raise before you even feel it. No victory lap. Picture this: you plan a budget, then prices jump, brands vanish, and imports go luxury item. Your raise turns into same groceries, smaller bag, fewer global firms, tighter moves, more risk. Money becomes a moving target, and you're chasing it. Number 10, OECD countries. The OECD is the rich countries club, and somehow it's also the world HQ of paychecks that don't stretch. Zoom out and you see the trick. Your wage ticks up, but housing runs laps. Childcare costs like a second rent. Healthcare bills show up like surprise DLC. And taxes? They scale with your progress, like congrats on the raise, now pay extra. But here's the catch. When productivity stalls, wages can't jump without stuff breaking. So you get the slow grind. That's why the vibe is non-stop job hunting and reskilling, like you're trying to outrun a treadmill that speeds up every year. Wages up, hiring cooler, unemployment higher. Let that sink in.